After more than 40 years, the cast of Happy Days has been getting together, and they're finally revealing the secrets to a reboot. But the answer isn't what you think. For decades, one question has haunted fans of the most beloved sitcom of the 1970s. Could the Cunninghams, Fonzie, and the whole gang ever return to Arnold's? We've been teased, and we've heard rumors, but we've never had the full story. But now, fresh off a series of high-profile cast reunions, the stars are talking. They're finally addressing the constant chatter of a show revival and what it would actually take to bring everyone back together. The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's a story of friendship, legacy, and the one thing that even the Fonz can't change. We're about to break it all down, but before we do, if you love classic TV, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Before we get to what they said, let's go back. For 11 seasons, from 1974 to 1984, Happy Days wasn't just a TV show, it was a cultural event. It was a wholesome, idealized look at 1950s America that captured the hearts of millions. Every Tuesday night, families gathered to watch the gentle wisdom of Howard and Marion Cunningham, the all-American adventures of their son Richie, and, of course, the undeniable leather-clad coolness of Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli. The show was a ratings powerhouse, a phenomenon that gave us iconic catchphrases, from Fonzie's "A" to his legendary ability to start the jukebox with a tap of his fist. The theme song itself is a shot of pure joy, instantly transporting anyone who hears it back to a simpler time. It was a show about family, friendship, and growing up. And that on-screen chemistry, it wasn't just good acting, it felt real because for the most part it was. The bond between characters like Richie, Potsy, Ralph, and Fonzie became the gold standard for TV friendships, which is exactly why fans have never given up hope of seeing them together again. Fast forward to today, the bell at Arnold's has long since rung its last, but the friendships forged on that set have endured. That bond has been on full display, with several key cast members reuniting. In September 2024, Henry Winkler and Ron Howard took the stage at the Emmys, standing on a perfect recreation of the Arnold's drive-in set to celebrate the show's 50th anniversary. Then, in April 2025, the two were joined by Don Most, who played the wisecracking Ralph Malph, and Anson Williams, the lovable Potsy Weber, for a panel at Steel City Con. Seeing them together again sent a firestorm of nostalgia across the internet. One of the biggest topics that always comes up at these events is a question that has bothered fans for decades. Why were Ralph and Potsy, two of the show's core four, missing from the series finale? Over the years, their absence felt like a mystery. Now, the actors have set the record straight. It wasn't because of any on-set drama. Don Most, who played Ralph, chose to leave after season 7. He was worried about being typecast as the class clown and felt the show's material wasn't as strong as it used to be. He even offered to stay for the same pay if the studio would give him a role in a movie or TV film to help broaden his career, but they wouldn't agree. Similarly, Anson Williams, who played Potsy, had started a very successful second career as a television director, which naturally limited his screen time in the show's later years. So while their absence in the finale was a bummer for fans, it was just a reflection of their evolving careers. It's amazing how a single show can create characters that feel like family, even all these years later. It makes you wonder what your favorite moment was. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into classic TV. These reunions weren't just about looking back, they were about looking forward. The cast was inevitably hit with the one question on everyone's mind: what about a reboot? With so many classic shows getting revived, it seems like a no-brainer. But the truth, as the cast revealed, is far more complicated. The biggest secret they shared isn't a plan for a new series. The secret is the definitive, heartfelt reason why it will almost certainly never happen. The most direct answer came from Richie Cunningham himself. Ron Howard, who went on to become one of Hollywood's most successful directors, has remained incredibly close with Henry Winkler. But when asked about reviving the show, his answer was crystal clear. In a recent interview, he shut down the speculation, stating, "It's amazing, but we're not doing a reboot. That's the key. The cast hasn't been holding out for the right script. The decision isn't about money or timing, it's about legacy." A huge part of that legacy was the show's creator, the legendary Gary Marshall, who passed away in 2016. The cast has been unanimous in their belief that without Gary's unique vision and heartwarming spirit, a true Happy Days revival is impossible. He was the heart and soul of the show, and his absence leaves a void that simply can't be filled. A reboot without him wouldn't be Happy Days. It would just be a copy. So what does this all mean? The reboot secret isn't the one fans were hoping for, but it's an honest one. It's the cast's acknowledgement that some things are too special to risk tarnishing. They understand that the show they created was lightning in a bottle. The chemistry between a young Ron Howard and Henry Winkler, the goofy antics of Potsy and Ralph, the comforting presence of the Cunninghams, it all came together to create something perfect for its time. Trying to recreate that today would be an impossible task, especially without key figures like creator Gary Marshall and the actors who brought so many beloved characters to life, including Tom Bosley and Aaron Moran, who have since passed away. The cast is now in their 70s and 80s, and a show about teenagers cruising to the drive-in just wouldn't make sense. And while the idea of a senior Happy Days is fun to imagine, the cast feels that the story has been told. They left it in a good place, and they want to honor that legacy. The real takeaway from these reunions isn't the disappointment of a reboot that will never be. It's the beautiful reminder of a bond that has never been broken. The joy in those reunion photos wasn't just for the cameras. It was the genuine affection of lifelong friends. In the end, maybe we don't need a reboot. The original show is still there. 255 episodes of warmth, laughter, and heart, perfectly preserved. It exists as a time capsule of a more innocent era, real or imagined. The cast has given us the answer we were looking for, even if it wasn't the one we wanted. They're protecting the memory of Arnold, the Cunninghams, and the Fonz. They're keeping our happy days happy. For more classic TV memories, be sure to subscribe and click the video that's on your screen now.